Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being ready for today's live stream. I'm so excited to finally see your shining faces. Oh man, did we really have a time in the lobby tonight? Thanks for sharing this link while we're live. Thank you for being subscribed. If you're not already, what are you waiting for? Why would you be lurking when you can be live instead? Appreciate you smashing the like button. And of course, your support is why I do this. All the clicks count. Click all the buttons. You're the reason to make this media. I'll see you in like 2 seconds on camera. And welcome back to the channel. My name is Seth. You're watching Mind Your Biz, and we are talking about all things crypto mining, markets, NFTs, even metaverse. It's all fair game. But if you're not already subscribed, do go ahead and smash that like button. Appreciate all of the live viewers that we have right now, both on YouTube, and we're multi-streaming to Twitch as well. So if you're on Twitch, do be subscribed. Been quite a while, but we will start streaming there as well. Had a friend tell me that they think I should turn my whiteboard channel into my main channel. I don't know what I think about that, but it's kind of tempting. Nah, I joke. We're going to keep doing whiteboard videos for now, and maybe we do add some more value there by way of market updates in the future. Shout outs to Adada and asking the question, what's the game plan, brother? Kevin Hawthorne saying, good evening from Lakeland, Florida. Kevin, it's always a pleasure, man. I appreciate that you take time to hang with us here on this channel. It means a lot. Guys, be like Kevin. Help and think global, but act local and be a light to your community. The Goblin Dude says, heyo, Sean Newark Crypto, the homie in the chat, here to support. Do be sure that you're subscribed to him as well. He's got a channel that he's just getting started on TikTok. So help the friends, help the circle grow, help those in the circle to grow. Latrell is in the chat saying, the master of all countdowns. I know, we made you work for it today. We did. We made you work for it today. Gandalf Gray is also in the chat. Jesse M. Paul D. as well. Thank you all for being here live. In and Out Crypto, the Unboxing Project, Open-Minded Bitcoin, everybody who's here live. Thanks so much for your support. Let's jump straight into our Fear and Greed Index. And newsflash, we don't have a Fear and Greed Index loaded onto the screen yet. I have to do a little bit of work here. Boop. There it is. Haha. So Fear and Greed Index is currently a score of 30. What does that even mean? Well, in my opinion, it just means that we've got quite a bit of hype, quite a bit of news that is that's getting people very, very excited. So expect to see that we have this bit of movement, especially on the announcement of a finalized date for the Beacon Chain merge. We're a more final date for the Beacon Chain merge. You tell people that Ethereum is finally going proof of stake, and what do the long-term hodlers do? They get really excited. So certainly this is one of the first times in a while that we've seen Bitcoin's price, I think, be affected by Ethereum and not the other way around, where the news cycle for Ethereum is what's really making that Bitcoin daily candle pop. But a couple of green days back to back, and people are excited about that. Can't say I blame them. Most of us are excited. I'm excited. Geez, that's why I'm currently streaming. Can't ignore these kinds of markets. We got to talk about them and make sense of them. But here's the thing. I've got good news and bad news. As you know, if you've been watching the channel for some time, and if you haven't been, of course, hit that thumbs up, smash that subscribe button. If you've been watching for a while, you know that I view these kinds of markets as a counter indicator. Let me do something for you, though. If you think that's advice, haha, you're wrong. I'm here to tell you you're wrong. But it is, in my mind, kind of a counter indicator when we see markets start to recover. People start to get greedy. I get worried. People get really afraid. I get emboldened. That's how I take that. But we're at the knee of the curve right here. So if that Fear and Greed Index continues a little bit higher, I'll be surprised. And if it is reflected by the price, I'll be surprised. Here's our chopstick indicator, patented, trusty chopstick indicator. I think this breakout, at this point, I'm starting to feel safe in saying that this breakout, drum roll, is a fake out. I don't think this is going anywhere. I think this is a bull trap. And I think that if you fall for it, you're going to get hurt. Be careful, right? So Jesse M is excited to see the red screen. Hey, I hope you're as excited to see the red screen as I am to flash it. It's part of the game. So appreciate you guys and gals playing that game with me. But yeah, I think that this breakout from that general trend, I think it is a fake out. And I think that we were the first to know here on Mind Your Biz because of our patented chopstick indicator. Currently, the histogram on the MACD is maintaining its bullishness. Maybe we'll flip into bearishness soon, and I really do think that we will. 2 green candles day to day, or back to back with some volume. I mean, it's not bad. We're seeing movements in the markets, but I still think that this is not sustainable. Shout out to Crypto Weatherman, who's been calling for a Bitcoin melt up for some time. Didn't give us a time frame, didn't tell us when, but did say that we probably should expect something like this before we had another leg down. So I really appreciate the insight of Crypto Weatherman. If you're not following Crypto Weatherman, that's somebody who I take very seriously. I wouldn't say that I take like trading signals or whatever. He doesn't offer a trading signals group or a copy trading group, but Crypto Weatherman has helped me to kind of reconcile with the possibility that we could see a melt up, and that price movement like this could be a reality, even though we're still in this downward trend, as indicated by the chopsticks indicator. All right, let's zoom out a little bit, take a look at those ranges. Would I DCA in this range at the end of the day? Yeah, I would still DCA in this range. So if you're zoomed way out like this, check out all that green. I think that's still like good downside to be DCAing into to prepare for when we return back into the upside of that yellow to red range. And I mean, geez, if you're a fan of the mission and vision of Bitcoin, then you believe, like I do, that we will eventually see those levels again. So it's not a terrible time to DCA if you have that really long time frame for your investment goals in Bitcoin. Again, not financial advice, just saying like that's my personal view on it. What do you think about it? Tell me in the chat, guys. Really appreciate you being active and throwing your comments in for the noobs. The Goblin Dude says, I don't think it will drop down to 10K. Maybe it might not. You could be right. That's why I keep saying that about 12 to 14K. Let's take a look at the chart that I have here. It's freely available. It's open and public, published over on TradingView, and it's in the link of this video, or in the description of this video. I've got the bottom of this range set to about 12.5K. In my mind, that's where I'm confident saying that we'll find significant bottom support while we might wick down to lower levels like the 10 and 9K range. Some people are saying, yeah, 9 or 8K, that they're going to set in some orders. I mean, good luck. I hope that you get those orders filled. I really do, if you're really trying to get a juicy deal on Bitcoin. But I think that between that 12.5 to 14K range is a pretty consistent bet, pretty good bet. And now our time frame may be off because of this breakout. So maybe we don't plummet all the way back down immediately, but maybe, just maybe, we do. And if we do, exciting times, right? So the chopstick indicator is not flawless, right? It is just, by another name, it's just a channel, right? It's just a channel. And we just did that. So trying to figure out roughly where Bitcoin is moving. And again, all these lines on charts just tell us where Bitcoin has been. They cannot predict exactly where Bitcoin is going. All right. So just a reminder again, I red screened you already, but I got to say it. Not really trying to predict the future there. Andres says, I think the spike is for a new settlement recommendation set by the BIS bank, letting the central banks invest 2% in crypto. That's exciting. I sincerely hope that works out for them. And yes, as far as buying rumors and selling news, that would do it. That would be a good explanation. That said, I don't know if that's going to be enough, and we do have the Mt. Gox settlement coming up very, very soon, which would lend to the likelihood of us melting down further beyond this point. So maybe we continue to see a little melt up like this based on news like that, but I think that the Mt. Gox sell-off, the settlement sell-off is inevitable. I think there'll be a lot of people who right now, based on global macro market conditions, just want cash because there's a lot of uncertainty in markets, especially for middle class members of Western societies, right? The United States, Canada, Western Europe, etc. That a lot of people are going to want to liquidate some of their holdings in order to have cash, settle debts, get rid of some of the toxic debts they have from some subprime auto loans and other subprime loans. So unfortunately, I think there will be people who are, weak hands or paper hands with that Mt. Gox settlement. I think more than most people realize. Not every single Satoshi will be sold, but I think enough will be sold that we can't avoid the gravity well of that Mt. Gox settlement. So just my take on it. Sean, New World Crypto says, that's right, the TA charts can't predict the future. For that, you need to look at the lunar cycles. You know what, though? Here's the thing, man. Maren Altman, she's got a pretty great strike rate, actually. All things considered, man. She's somebody else who I don't ignore. When she does say, I've got a strong feeling about this, I'm like, all right, taking notes. And what's funny, the wife she's all here for it too. She's like, oh yeah, you should. That stuff's legit. So, oh well, go figure. Here we are, guys, though, on that zoomed out chart. Looks okay to me, but let's take a look at the news cycle. FBI is issuing a warning over fake crypto apps. Apparently, they're part of an on-game going whack-a-mole with app store operators. And you'll notice that they don't just throw the Google Play Store under the bus. It's the Apple iTunes Store as well. A lot of these apps can pass the vetting process, be listed, and then be sort of a bait and switch. It just takes one update to fundamentally change the core code base of an app, right? So being able to get something listed on an app store that you think is a safe app, but is actually a copycat wallet app that fools you into putting your seed phrase in, wouldn't be that hard to do. Stay safe, stay aware. Also, use protection. What is that? A hardware wallet. I recommend the Ledger Nano S Plus. That is my top recommendation. I haven't been able to release any reviews on any new wallets yet, but I do have several incoming. I have a brand new seed phrase security device that's incoming. The Passport, the foundation device is Passport 2, is en route to my house right now, or en route to my office right now, where I'm going to be able to do an unboxing and a full breakdown of that device. So by breakdown, I mean actual teardown of that device. So we're going to be going hard on these crypto wallets. But for me, the one to beat is the Nano S Plus. The Nano X, if you want to stay mobile. But here's the thing. I'm going to say mobile wallets. Are you in that much of a rush to send crypto that you have to have wallets on your phone? Because if not, just take a chill pill. Do this at home on a device that you know is secure, like a laptop, an old laptop that's maybe only set up for that purpose, and then use a hardware wallet. Okay, so stay safe, guys. Stay safe. And definitely don't download weird apps that claim to be wallets and then try to get you to put in your seed phrase. All right, more news. We got news over on theblock.co talking about how Three Arrows Capital borrowed and repaid more than $2 billion from blockchain.com before going into its outstanding debt. Without totally dropping the ball. And what is all this to say? Well, that's just to say that blockchain.com raised doubts over Three Arrows Capital disclosed net asset value. Ooh, the plot thickens, right? So while Three Arrows Capital is filing for bankruptcy, this is blockchain.com saying like, yeah, they got more funds than that. Who knew, right? So $2 billion that were borrowed and repaid from blockchain.com, but still over $1 billion outstanding. More to the story for sure. I wouldn't doubt that for a minute, that maybe they've got some squirreled away. Cost to mine one full Bitcoin, guys. If you're on 5 cent power, you're at just over $16,000, so you're still doing okay. That's at 50 terahashes. Let's go to the S19J Pro as our benchmark device. Going to put in that 3,300 watt figure there, and now you're looking at just over $8,000 on 5 cent power. That said, I've said it many times that you can find 8 cent power in almost any city across the United States. You just have to know where to look. All right, so knowing where to look means that you will find some interesting characters. It'll be like a Dr. Seuss book. You'll get to cross the train tracks. You get to see weird and strange looking trees and animals, and then you'll have to make friends with people who do dirty jobs if that's not something that you do, at places like workshops and warehouses and light manufacturing or heavy manufacturing facilities, and go source power that way. But I believe in you, and I think that Satoshi's vision is for you and for me to mine at those facilities, not from massive mega warehouses to own all of the mining rigs, at least not yet. We can still do this in a decentralized fashion, and there's still profit margin for us. And the evidence is right here. If we find that cost of power, I think we can weather the storm, at least on the latest versions of these Bitcoin miners. There's more to that too, right? There's firmware that can help you get a competitive advantage. So many other tricks you can do. Liquid immersion cooling. We can talk about that the full hour as well. But just to say, I still think there's an opportunity there. And the numbers are right here, I think, to prove that. So that's our cost to mine one full Bitcoin. While I pull up the next couple of pieces of content, let me check your comments. We got In and Out Crypto saying, I'm writing a book already, The Other Face of the TA Moon. That is rad. The Unboxing Project says, you tricked me by pushing back the live stream. LOL. Yeah, I did. I was being tricky today. Actually, I was stuck on a work call, and I was like, guys, I really got to live stream. I know, seriously, I have to live stream. And I finally got myself off this call. But Appreciate you guys being here with me. If you're on Twitch, give me a huge thumbs up. Appreciate your support over there. I don't have visibility on your comments today because I don't have a proper comment aggregator. I'm doing multi-streaming from within OBS natively. It's pretty fun, actually. I'm really enjoying this. One of those technical challenges that your boy Mind Your Biz really likes to do. Why? Because we build in this house. That's what Mining Fam does. We build stuff and we modify stuff. And we make things that weren't supposed to do things, do other things. So appreciate you being tuned in over on Twitch as well. Let's see. We've got David Milliken asking, what's the safest way to store Ergo? I still haven't done my deep dive on Ergo. Let me see if I can come back to you with some kind of a proper tactical tutorial on that. But I would have to guess it's going to be a hardware wallet like the Ledger. Ledger has support for more coin networks than any other type of wallet. Let me be very, very clear. I like using some networks that use IBC, right? Cosmos Hub. I'm really partial to Juno now because it's really great for setting up IBC-enabled DAO structures and multi-sig, which very few other networks are set up to do. But the point is, you can't do that with a Trezor, or with any of the other cold card style wallets. It's got to be a Ledger. It's only a Ledger for the Kepler wallet to be able to sign all those transactions. So yeah, I'm like, it's closed source, which I don't love, but it has more coin support, which, you know, if you're about that life, you're about that crypto life, you got to get the coins supported that you use. And I use more coins than Trezor lets me use. So lets me regularly access. That said, Trezor's a great device. I love using the Ethereum signing of Trezor, and there are several websites that allow you to use the Trezor like almost like a YubiKey. So it's pretty great. But you know. Tomato. Use the right thing for the right thing in the right circumstance. TC Montague says, be sure to check the wallets section on the Ergo site. Hey, that's a great way to find out which wallets support Ergo. Good call there. The Unboxing Project says, hashtag geek life. Gonna go into TX Street. Let's check to see what our current gas fees are. And we've got, loading up right now. All these sort of all these South Park looking characters. Latest block we're getting rid of. Pending transaction we're getting rid of. We want to see what our median contract fee is and what our median gas price is on Ethereum right now. And the transfer fee is great. We're under $2 to send ETH right now. And looks like we're just under $8, under $7.50 to send a contract or stable coins. Pretty awesome. And median gas price is below 50 GWE. On Bitcoin, we are seeing that the median fee, and then there we go, transaction fee and fee in sats per VByte. We're at just under $1, but pretty hefty fees on Bitcoin right now. Bit of congestion, perhaps. Yep. The fee per VByte is a little bit higher than usual. Sats per VByte, a little bit higher than usual, with a much higher congestion rate on the low fee line for Bitcoin than we've seen in quite a while. That tells me we've got on-chain activity and we've got people lining up to transfer their funds. Maybe it's because of this change in price. Maybe we got a little more DEX activity. But the point is, people are excited by the current price movement, and I think that's pumping up on-chain activity. You don't always see it that way, but for my part, I'm excited to see that price action is being matched by on-chain activity. This is what it's all about, right? If we're not using these networks, then why were they made? Who cares if they have any value if we're not using the networks and doing it all on centralized exchanges? Chat's coming in. JC says, looks like a South Park game. Yep. And the Goblin Dude says, I'm asking now, could we find another heart attack coin token that behaved like 0x Bitcoin did? Those charts make me happy. So much volatility. LOL. I'm right there with you, man. That chart was so much fun. I mean, and if any of us can get into scalping and using automated bots and systems to do scalping, like, you get to win by checking out that pattern that the Goblin Dude just talked about. We found it. We identified two different coins on this channel that if you had the chops to take an open source trading bot repository on GitHub, you could just set it and forget it for about a week, come back, and have earned a few $1,000. Only in crypto, right? It's amazing. So anyway, back on our grind here. All chains over on DeFi Llama shows Ethereum in the lead, actually gaining a little bit of ground. But let's put not only our double count, our borrows, our staking, and everything into the mix here to figure out exactly how that shapes up. Because it does look like, yeah, with borrows and then with pools and then come on, speed up. Poor website is choking right now. And then with staking all enabled, we've lost maybe about a percentage point for Ethereum and gained some on behalf of BSC. But everything's moving up, right? The TVL is moving up because every one of the chains is moving up, which is going to affect the TVL. So we've got a bit of an issue there. Top 5 still includes Solana and cuts out Polygon. However, the Polygon news of being accepted into the Disney Accelerator program, I think is going to be bullish long-term for Polygon. I'm not going to chart it right now, Matic. I'm not going to chart it, but I would say that we're seeing more and more validation of what, here on Mind Your Biz, we picked as a bit of an obvious winner. I mean, it didn't even take, it's, to say like, oh, looks like the sun is in the sky. Not a whole lot of perception, right? Not a whole lot of insight to tell that the sun is up and the light is shining. That was what Polygon did months ago, and we were one of the few that said, like, you know what? We probably have to reconcile with this. Polygon looks like it is out, like it's a real force to be reckoned with. So, yeah. But I'm not going to chart that right now. Just be aware. I think that it's still true that the protocol support is a great measure of that, and we have noticed a surge ahead of Polygon well past Avalanche at this point. Last time we checked in, they were getting closer to the 200 protocol mark, but here's Polygon, and an obvious leader in that space with over 40 more protocols being added to Polygon than Avalanche, in my opinion, the nearest competitor. And then Phantom also along for the ride. A lot of protocols supported, but you see right there the 1 month change for their TVL definitely dropping fast, and the TVL itself being slashed drastically from Phantom over Polygon because of some fundamental problems with Phantom. I'm not taking Phantom as seriously now as I did before. I think that the time to possibly get out of a Phantom position has already passed, as it has with a lot of these networks, but Phantom in particular, in my mind, is not showing the same kind of resilience as Avalanche, Polygon, BSC. As far as the EVM competitors, the L1 scaling side chains, these are the ones to look at. These are the ones that everybody else is using. Even though there's more protocol support on Phantom, it's just not as consequential because you got 8 times as much TVL locked between these other chains here. And they have, and 8 times as much just on BSC alone. So over 15 times as much TVL across all its competitors. So that's kind of my take on that. It's not the full story. TVL isn't everything, but I think that it is one indicator in this case under these market conditions. But yeah, pretty interesting to see that that's how the overall markets are turning up. Top 10 barely includes any competitors on competing standards. Solana is 1. And then let's see, Moon River is nope, not Moon River. We got pretty much everything else that's EVM, 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 not, and in Harmony 1, not EVM, EVM, and yeah. Guys, I've been saying it for a while. The Ethereum virtual machine is transformative. The smart contracts that live in Solidity are portable to every one of these other networks. So anybody who's done well on Ethereum can safely say like, oh, I'm going to take my code and bring it over to Polygon. If you did well on Polygon, I'm going to take my code and bring it over to BSC, bring that over to Avalanche, bring that over to Arbitrum, et cetera, et cetera. Rinse and repeat. So anyway, good code actually doesn't only bear reuse, it really likes to be reused if you do it right. Anyway, that's our DeFi, kind of our DeFi beat right there. I want to take a look at Cosmos really fast to see, we got all those same options selected. It's Kava and Osmosis. They're definitely, surging ahead there. Really excited to see some competitors in this space, but Osmosis is doing great. TVL is always very, very low, which is always a bit of a surprise to me based on its daily volume across all the different chains. So many people are using Osmosis as the de facto IBC DEX. So not sure what's going on there, and I don't know that I fully believe it. Map of Zones, we're going to skip over right now, but just as a reminder, you can use Map of Zones. It is a free tool that is, I don't know that they take a listing fee, but you can use this tool to pay attention to all of the current transactional volume across the Cosmos Hub, the IBC ecosystem, including Evmos, which is a hybrid blockchain that allows for IBC transfer of EVM assets in and out or bridging across both sides. You can actually log into Evmos with MetaMask and you can log into Evmos with Kepler Wallet. It's a weird ecosystem, but it is so needed. It's so essential to help people use both EVM systems and IBC systems. So there you have it. You can see all that on Map of Zones. Just a reminder, great free tool for you to use in your fundamental analysis. All right, let me get out of, let me get out of laser eyeball mode and go into dark mode here, back to our 14 cent per kilowatt hour average across the United States. And yeah, we've got a great little profit pop. We're nearing the $2 mark of daily profit for the 3090 Ti, which looks great on paper, but you got to realize very few GPUs are worth shelling out for right now. So this is another one of those things where we're taking a look at historical earnings. We're not really paying attention to what this is going to be worth in the future, so to speak. And you definitely can't, in my opinion, can't build a business model based on those GPUs today. Even though we're seeing falling prices, I think there's still a lot more of a discount to be had. Once the 4000 series launches from NVIDIA, we're going to start seeing the 3000 series come out at even deeper discounts of possibly 10 to 20, heck, maybe even 30% lower. 50%? Unlikely, in my opinion. Very unlikely. Would I love to see it? Well, yeah, but I just don't think it's very likely. I think that NVIDIA has had shenanigans going on with its supply chain since the 2000 series launch, and I think we're going to see that all over again with the 4000 series launch, having just a little bit too much. The way they did between the 2000 and the 3000 series, even though there may be a performance pop, there's also going to be a penalty, I think, in power consumption in the 4000 series. I don't think we're going to get the same level of radical increase that we did with the 3000 series. So anyway, throwing that out there. Yep, the proposed September ETH merge is going to have a say in the GPU mining space as well. So consider that we may have an amazing September, October. It'll be like Christmas early. So if you got kids or if you have gamers in your life, nieces, nephews that want to have a gaming rig, consider that it might be the right time to grab some capitulated miners GPUs early, right? So just in my mind, that's what I'm thinking about, like for the gamers in my home and for the people who want workstations and workstation class computers and game rigs in my home. We're going to be doing maybe some of that Christmas shopping in September, October, possibly not as late as November. And Black Friday, GTFO Black Friday, we're getting used RTX 3000 series GPUs. No two ways about it. That's the way to go, in my opinion. All right, guys, taking a look at our portfolios really, really fast. Everything is looking up. We've got a really great 7-day outlook for everything, but that's because we've had a few green candles strung back to back. Green candle days. It looks really exciting. The long-term hold is not a great picture right now, and we do want to pay attention to anything that has a weird manipulated look to it. Firo had a pop, I think, at a recent announcement, but it's found bottom support again. Doesn't look manipulated to me. It looks like the news cycle, right? We're very dependent on the news cycle. So Firo had some interesting times this last week. Mimblewimble coin looking legit manipulated, and then Grin. That was our other coin. So the Goblin Dude asked about the heart attack pattern. Heart attack pattern is right here on Grin. So pay attention to Grin. Get your exchange bots ready. And please, please, somebody here tell me that you went and you won on the Grin charts by having some kind of an automated trading bot applied to that pattern. I'd love to hear it, and I would love for it to be you, my friend. Go win. All right, Etho Protocol also looking very, very... like a very strange high frequency wave there. So yeah, so don't know what I make of that, but it's not quite the same pattern as before. But it is pretty consistent, man. That's way too sharp. Possibly some manipulation going on there. Volume in the tens of thousands, though, it seems consistently. So maybe there's nothing wrong there at all. And I don't want to say anything untoward. I know the Etho team has had a long and bumpy road getting to where they are, but yeah, less than $2 million market cap. I would say don't mess with it, guys. Definitely don't mess it up, okay? So be careful with that Etho network. Don't go doing anything, irresponsible with it. But that's our GPU mining portfolio. Even Ravencoin kind of looks good right now. I kid, obviously. Ravencoin it's holding on. It's got a phenomenal market cap, and it does have a dutiful developer team, and it's got a great community. I'm being silly. These are the jokes, guys. They practically write themselves. But Ravencoin, I still don't have that really strong faith in Ravencoin becoming the new GPU mining hangout spot. Well, I think it's somewhere else. I really do. And it's hard to say exactly where at this point, but Flux might be it. All right, guys, hard drive mining portfolio. Got some interesting stuff coming up with storage. Check out the Simple Crypto 101 channel. We may be doing a little rundown on storage, what it's about, what it does, all about storage on our Simple Crypto 101 channel. So stay tuned for that. Everything's in the green, though. Only MadeSafe coin is our long-term hodl in the green. So maybe it does all right. Like how I said that like a New Englander, long-term hodl. If you're not hodling, what are you doing? CPU mining. Epic Cash. coming in strong for this week, over 300% up still. So, I mean, if you'd taken profits when we talked about taking profits, you wouldn't be worried about a 300%. You'd be just fine. Okay, so let that be a lesson also. 300% in today's market looks great. 300% 6 months ago was dog food, right? We were not okay with that. So keep all this stuff mentally framed and remind yourself for the next time that we see a bull market moving back potentially towards a bear. Remember this. Burn it into your memory. I've got to take profits when profits are good. I've got to treat myself for that little win, that little success, and don't get too greedy waiting for it to like 1000x and, you know, completely take off and make you a multimillionaire overnight. We take these small wins and we build on them, right? So just be aware. Chili Mining is in the chat saying, hey, good to see you, Chili Mining. Thanks for saying hello. Raptorium is also in the green, guys, in the long-term hodl. Everything else is up, though, for this last week. Well, Narrow is up all the way to 5.5 cents. You love to see it. CPU mining, that's our full portfolio, guys. Take a look at our ASIC mining portfolio. Bitcoin up. Zcash up. Everything above the line up. There's Grin again doing its thing. Somebody please go and win. Please go take over that network over on exchange. Dogecoin up to 6.8%. That's okay. I'm a little bit more excited about where I'm Narrow, though. Bottom of the list, we've got Bytecoin. Biting the dust. Ha ha ha. See what I did there? That was awesome. All right. Seriously, though, Bytecoin is, I think, finally finding support at a level that I think it's appropriate. Still, $30 million worth of coins. How did we let this happen? This is a old school scam. I shouldn't say scam, but, you know, pre-mine. That's our ASIC mining portfolio, guys. If you have ASICs, you can turn towards those coins. They're still profitable. FPGAs, Cardano is still in the lead. 0x Bitcoin no longer oscillating the way it did before in that daily swing or that hourly swing the way it did before. But it would be cool if it did. Not a whole lot new there other than that Digibyte is the strongest performer this week. It's still down bad, though, from the time we created this portfolio. So don't read into that too much. Just a quick reminder, guys. Thank you for smashing that like button. I'm seeing a huge discrepancy between y'all that are viewing and y'all that are liking. It would mean a lot if you hit that like. Really, it would. All those clicks count, and I definitely appreciate you being, I like that other person's like a lot, but I think your like is possibly worth more. So if you do me a favor, I'm really looking for your like. Appreciate you. Thanks in advance. You guys are the best. All right, guys. Jumping back into our portfolio, though. Cardano is the number 2 in the current weekly performance chart, like stacked ranking there. So not a shock, though. Cardano is strong from a fundamental perspective and hundreds of millions in market cap there. It's going to continue to do really well. The Goblin Dude says, like button, smashed. Awesome. Thank you for that. Proof of stake smart contracts. Solana in the lead. It's doing pretty well. One of the few that is still in the black. Avalanche also. Phantom. Tron and then BNB rounding off our top 5. Only Solana is not a derivative of an EVM machine or an EVM type system. Casual Mining is also in the chat saying, when is this guy ever going to talk about mining again? I do. I just talk about it here, right, from the portfolios. But yeah, we may get into swooping in on hardware pretty soon because it's almost time. We'll see. Almost time. Time to go GPU shopping. Cosmos Hub, just outside of the top 5. Again, you've heard me say it for quite some time. I think Cosmos Hub is highly underrated, or the ecosystem of Cosmos and Tendermint is highly underrated with the IBC as a primitive on that blockchain. Just amazing. Crypto Dom is smacking that like button like Will Smith. Thanks. Appreciate it. He just got the, got the crap slapped out of him by Crypto Dom. Appreciate that. All right, guys, bottom of that list, though, just as important. Terra Luna Classic, Internet Computer, Moon River, EOS. What does it mean? It means be careful. Be careful where you put your hopes for the future and pay attention to the early signs of underperformance, because they may just be drawn out for a long, long time where you lose 94% of your total value. All right, guys, junk drawer. This is where things get really, really fun. We've got a couple of moonshot projects here that we put in here. Come on, junk drawer. Come on. Don't be shy. Junk drawer? Okay. But in the junk drawer, we've got a couple of moonshot projects that we don't have a true position on. They're paper trades. I had a friend tune in and he's like, oh my gosh, Seth, I didn't realize that you were a Saitama Inu whale. I'm like, dude, that's not a real trade. Like this is a paper tracker. We have a paper tracker we've been tracking for months. Like I don't show my wallets publicly. That's just as a rule. I don't show my wallets publicly. And I strongly urge creators who do that to stop showing their wallets publicly. Don't do that. It's a bad habit, and it's eroding your privacy. Could cause problems in the future. But yeah. Anyway, Saitama Inu, one of those moonshots where we've got a fake entry. No, we don't own this much Saitama Inu. No, I don't have $82 billion worth of profit on this project. It doesn't even have an $82 billion market cap. I can't have $82 billion worth of Saitama Inu. So anyway, throwing that out there. We've got Everrise, Floki, Luffy, UFO Gaming, Dojil on Mars, and Ampleforth all kind of in that top 10. Safe Menino and Shiba as well. Hex is dropping way down. For the Hexicans, that's kind of sad. They're big on the T-shares. Thorchain looks like it's got a little pop. Take a look at our 7-day for the junk drawer. And yep, UFO Gaming, and then Dragon's Quick, or D-Quick as well as Quick Swap. They've had a pretty strong return this week. Pretty amazing. I don't know what the full news is there, but I do know that QuickSwap is a great exchange if you're on Polygon. Alrighty, guys, that's our junk drawer. Sort of just of our moonshots. Go over to the IBC gang. And 7-day, we've got Comdex. The commodities, the virtual or the derivative commodities trading platform where you can take a collateralized debt position on their platform. You can create a derivative of gold or oil or whatever else, a representative of it, and then just use crypto collateral to be able to trade against the values of these markets. It's pretty cool, but I'm kind of biased. If you listen to their explainer video, you're gonna hear a familiar voice. Secret Network, Thorchain, Regen, and Persistence is our top 5. IBC gang is doing quite well. It's exciting to see that. The Goblin Dude says that this is why I never have a hardware device wallet on a mining pool. It's supposed to be cold storage. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Not a bad idea there. But you can still see the transfer over to a cold storage wallet. So I don't know. They see the hops on chain anyway. 10 set gems. We've got a really great performance this week in price. Conga Exchange coming back up, keeping that strength over $1. Everdome also coming up. 10 set Fame and Meta Hero all coming up, just not as strong as the 10 set Everdome and Conga Exchange trio. All right, guys, appreciate. Whoa, now we got a flip flop. What just happened there? All right, guys, stables. Let's take a look at our stables markets right now. Quick comparison between all of the top stable coins. Is USDD dead yet? It is not. It's holding stability, but is it over that $724 million mark? No, it's not. Will it ever go over the $1 billion mark? I'm going to make a prediction here. I think that right now, USDD only works when it's below a certain threshold because there's not enough Tron to back it. And so the over-collateralization of their algorithm requires that they use a lot more Tron and the other cryptocurrencies than the number of USDD that they have. So I don't know. We might see that this actually stabilizes a lot better than we thought, but the yield that they're offering on that is the biggest cause for concern in my opinion. So we'll see how long it does last and how much they can print. All right, guys, that is our show for today. Thank you for watching. Just went over a couple of those basics for the market check-in. Do check out Simple Crypto 101. Check out Get Some Coin as well. Let me know. Would you be okay with me moving channels, like doing some here and then also doing this style of content over there? I've been asked by some people like, hey, we want to see proof that you have a larger channel. And the whiteboard videos, I think, are a little bit better fit for that channel. But I do like doing this. And it could be fun to have more audience there as well. Tell me in the comment section, guys, because the bottom line is you're the reason I make this media. I love your face. Remember to stay private and mind your biz. Thanks for watching all the way to the end of the video. Remember to check out mineyourbiz, where you can sign up for Mine Your Biz Insiders, our occasional newsletter where we don't spam you, but we do send out occasional important information, including flash sales and important deals on privacy-preserving technology. This is one of the ways that we can talk to you without censorship and without the oversight of third-party media platforms. You can also check out the new Mine Your Biz phone, as well as merch or sign up to become an affiliate for anything sold directly on the mineyourbiz website. You can earn a percentage of anything that we sell. Thanks for watching all the way to the end of the video. You're the reason I make this media. I love your face. Remember to stay private and mind your biz.